Do you ever feel like some outside force has overtaken your body and turned you into the Cookie Monster? It's like some scene out of The Exorcist where you know that what you're doing is unhealthy, but you just can't seem to help yourself. I have totally been there. And the worst part is that after a sugar binge fest, you feel so guilty and you start to question if you really do want to get healthy. I think that's the part that I hated the most. Because even though on the surface you really want to change, you can't really figure out how to get your cravings to comply with your goals. Does that sound familiar? So this is part 3 of our 4-part sugar series, and I'm going to be walking you through how to overcome feeling out of control without driving yourself crazy trying to quit sugar cold turkey. So in this series, we've already covered the first one, which was on 5 reasons why you crave sugar in the first place. The second one was on 5 misconceptions on the best way to beat sugar cravings. And this one is going to be on 4 easy ways to stop sugar cravings, even if you're an addict. So if you want to go ahead and take a look at the first one or the second one first before going ahead with this, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started. So you can transition yourself out of craving sugar without having to go cold turkey. And personally, I think that this is a much simpler way to go about the process. So even though you know it's not the best for you, the aim isn't to quit it full stop. The aim is to make sure that you don't go into a binge fest and start honing in on what's causing the issue. So the first one I want to talk about is eating less contractive foods. So in food energetics, sugar is considered expansive, which means that it helps you feel like you're releasing contractive tension in your body. So the more tense or out of balance your body is, the more likely you're going to be craving sugar. But the thing is, there are foods that create this contractive feelings in our bodies, and those are animal products, cured meats, and also salts. And the reason is because they're a concentration of a lot of nutrients, and they take a very long time for our bodies to digest. So most people recommend quitting sugar if you're craving it because they say that it's unhealthy. But it's actually much easier to not crave sugar if you have less heavy animal products, cured meats, and also salty foods. So think about it. Are you more likely to crave dessert after having a salty, heavy meatball and cheese sandwich, or after having something like sweet potato? Probably after the salty food, right? So instead of honing in on how much sugar you're having, start honing in on how much contractive salty foods that you're having and see if you can make adjustment to those to ones that aren't as heavy or salty. The second thing you want to do is you want to add bacteria in to balance your gut. And one of the biggest reasons why people have sugar cravings is because they have an imbalance of gut bacteria in their digestive system. So gut bacteria might sound pretty freaky, but there are good kinds of bacteria and bad kinds. And the good kinds help your body break down foods, and it's easy for your digestive process. But the bad kinds of bacteria, they wreak havoc on your system, and they make you have these uncontrollable cravings for sweets. So it's really hard to digest foods and avoid sugar cravings when you don't have good enough bacteria. Some kinds of probiotics that you can use are cultured vegetables, miso, kimchi, kombucha, yogurt if you're not intolerant to dairy, or you can even use a probiotic supplement. I usually only recommend probiotic supplements if you're traveling, and you can take them with you just in case you're not able to source probiotics wherever you're going. And the third thing is you want to use natural sugar substitutes in your favorite sweets. So I don't really think it's a good strategy to cut out sweets altogether when you're craving sugar. But what you can do is start using sweeteners that are easier on your body. So the ones that you want to be avoiding are any types of refined white sugar, high fructose corn syrup, synthetic sugars like Equal or Sweet and Low, Splenda. Make sure that you're avoiding any types of processed sugars. And the ones that you want to start using are things like maple syrup, which is my favorite, stevia, brown rice syrup, beet sugar, organic apple juice, or even just brown sugar if you don't have any other options. And these sugars will have a lower kick to them. So that'll help you get off the roller coaster of high energy drop, followed by stronger sugar cravings. And the fourth thing you want to consider is to add in sweet vegetables to your diet to add calm into your body. So, another great strategy is to start introducing your body to different kinds of sweetness. So, at your meals, start adding in sweet vegetables to help minimize cravings later on in the day. So, some suggestions would be onions, pumpkin, cabbage, sweet potatoes, carrots, corn. And I just want to point out here that you don't really want to worry too much about carbs because these are all natural foods from the earth and they're not designed to make your weight go crazy. So it's really going to help you transitioning out of having really strong sugar cravings. Okay, so now that you know some easy ways to stop sugar cravings, let's take it to the next level and apply your knowledge. And I want to make sure that you grab your free guide, which is on the blog. It's called the Free Dessert Revamp Guide. So if you have a sweet tooth, there's no need to go cold turkey. All you got to do is just grab this guide and you can have your favorite desserts that are kind to your body. So let's just do a recap. No one said that you have to give up sweets. It's just about changing up the ingredients and adding in more sweet vegetables and probiotics. So this is the end of our 4-part series. I hope you enjoyed it, and I know that you're going to love the Dessert Revamp Guide. That's really going to help you make some really positive transitions.